Terrarium looking really, really good today, pumping past its all-time high, trending at sometimes #1 today on DEX tools. Now, trending is not the biggest deal because it could be for better or for worse. Just know there's a lot of volume in a said token when something is trending on DEX tool, right? Better for worse, people could be dumping it, people could be buying it, but in this case, Tera was trending for a good reason. Like I said, smashed through all-time highs. Now, yesterday, there was a bit of a dip. You have to keep in mind that there was a lot of actual FUD going on involving the Russia-Ukraine situation. We weren't sure if the U.S. was going to get involved, but once we figured out that U.S. is only going to get involved as far as sanctions, the market started to recover. Now, Tera saw a little bit of a pullback, but nowhere near the amount that a lot of the other tokens and coins and pretty much cryptocurrency in general did. That could be because it's a new project, because you guys have to understand that a lot of these smaller cap community tokens, because that's what Tera is as of right now, it's a small cap community tokens, still not even at $100 million market cap. Not yet, but I think it'll get there, right? They move independently of the market a lot of times, especially if they're new, right? They move independently of the market. Now, the more established a project gets, the more it'll move with Bitcoin, right? The less sporadic it is, right? Because there's new interest and those sorts of things. So just keep that in mind, that yes, things will pump with the market, things will tank with the market, but a new token kind of does its own thing some of the times. At least that's what I've noticed. But definitely our winner today behind Lily Finance and Saitama. So it's very, very good for Tera holders out there. Now, I have not taken my profits yet from Tera. To be honest, I invested a small amount. I should be taking profits, but I want to wait a little longer because there's good catalysts on the horizon for this. And I think this is a fantastic project. Now, like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know where Tera is going to be years from now, but I know that right now the team seems to be handling things perfectly. I'm very interested to see what their CertiK audit is going to look like. It's going to show how the team went about designing this contract, putting it together, Now, a lot of projects have a bad token sniff for score because, the contract isn't renounced and those sorts of things. So you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Like yesterday, how I mentioned that CoinMarketCap has a disclaimer on top, right on top of the website when you look up Tera, pretty much telling you that this team, right, the developers have the ability to change the contract, right? So, but I think that the contract can't really be renounced if you want to evolve as a project, right? Contract renouncing and those sorts of things, liquidity lockers are good for real degen plays. If a team is doxxed and you know exactly who they are, I think that we can hold them a little more accountable if something fishy happens with the project. So I'm not too worried about those things. Now, I did see a post today. People were asking what exchanges is Terrarium going to be on. Now, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know what exchanges a lot of these smaller cap community tokens get on right out of the gate. I'm thinking like a Hotbit, Bitmart, LBank, something like that, something small for starters. And then we can start seeing the bigger exchanges later down the road. And of course, they want to be their own exchange. So that's going to be really cool to see if they can actually pull that off. But this is a multi-year play if you believe in this long term. Now, I got to give things the benefit of the doubt. A lot of people don't like that I treat Saitama differently than, other products out there. Well, this is a new guy, new kid on the block. And as soon as I start seeing inconsistencies, I will call this project out. Now, the developer reached out to me and asked for an AMA. I'm not sure what happened there. He sent me, I couldn't really understand what he was saying, to be honest, but I'm going to try to get this team on my channel for an AMA. Now, a lot of people avoid me like the plague because maybe I'm a little brutally honest sometimes and people don't like that. We're a little vulgar over here. But the people that follow this channel, that follow the community, really like the degeneracy. At the end of the day, you got to ask the tough questions, and a solid team is not going to mind answering those tough questions. They're just not. I think that when you do what they do for a living, you're under a lot of scrutiny, right? And sometimes I know people don't like criticism. They say haters and those sorts of things, but when you answer those criticisms, especially give a good answer, well, it kind of keeps the haters at bay, right? The real haters, right? Because some people just blindly hate something for no reason. Sometimes it's like people who hate the iPhone. Like, why hate the iPhone? It's a good product. It's successful, right? Why even hate Android phones? I like 2 megapixel cameras as well. Just kidding, right? iPhone all the way, by the way. Android sucks. But I'm saying, some hate is just, some hate is unjust. Anyways, I wanted to make a video for you guys. I'm feeling really good about my investment. I invested about $3,000, and according to my MetaMask wallet, I am currently around MetaMask is being wonky right now, but I took a screenshot, so not bad for a pretty much a $3,000 or $4,000 investment. Now, I think that in a few more weeks, I will be looking to take some profits. I still think it has room. Of course, this thing could drop to zero, but I'm feeling okay about the product right now. You guys have to understand that when I make a lot of risky plays on here, because a lot of people say, "Oh, Rodney, you make a lot of terrible plays, yada yada yada," and those sorts of things. And guys, I don't really mind. This is not a flex. This is a wallet that I share with the stream, right? I have different accounts that I share with the stream because I get into plays and those. I'm kind of like your guinea pig on stream, right? So just keep that in mind. This is not a flex. This is like not money compared to some of the people in our space. Like the other YouTubers, this is a regular thing, right? This is not a flex at all. I don't want you guys to think that. But a lot of people say, well, you always preach this, and you're getting into these crap coins. Guys, I use a lot of these coins for what they are. And a lot of times these tokens and coins, just tokens, right, are just quick plays to make money. I don't see this product as that, at least right now. I think this has a lot of potential to go crazy. And things happen, right? I think a lot of people are looking for that next, 100x, next 10x. And when I have a good feeling about something, I stick to my intuition, right? And so far, I think this is a really good project, and I'm not going to pull out my profits just yet. It would have to really do some crazy thing for me to lose all of my money. And if that happens, that happens. You never invest more than you're willing to lose. And that's so generic, but it's so dang true. If you cannot afford to lose $1,000, $5,000, $100,000, why invest that money? This is almost like gambling, right? It's almost like gambling. It's like the dot-com era. Everybody's trying to get rich, but I feel good about this project. So that's why I'm sticking in. Here's Mr. I don't know how to pronounce that, but this was the big ETH buy. I think we had a 10 ETH buy earlier. I don't know what it's usually supposed to be one green thing per ETH. So, but the project's not that big yet. I definitely think it has the chance to get to multiple hundreds of millions of dollars market cap. This guy's a big Terrarium guy too. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm pretty excited for this project. I think they have a good team, and we'll have to see what things they have in store for us. Of course, we're going to get a big pump before an exchange. I'm expecting to see some sort of dip before the exchange, buy the rumor, sell the news. But I think a lot is riding on their CertiK audit score and some other catalysts along the way. Now, like I said before, they want to be an exchange, right? They want to be a centralized exchange, and maybe have a wallet or something like that on the side. So they have to go through a lot of things in order to make that happen. But hey, if the team is fired up, if the team is willing to do what they said they're going to do, I definitely think they can do it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.